thanks so much for joining me for this annual Holy Grail video. It has become a tradition of sorts on Thanksgiving to post this video. First of all, if you celebrate Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving to you and your families. And this is always a great time to let you know how much I appreciate you for tuning in, for being here for many, many years and many, many videos. We've got over 1,000 videos now, over 9 years. Gosh, we'll be here for 10 years next year. So thank you so much. I appreciate all of your support, especially for those very kind comments. I know it's an extra step to leave a comment, and I really appreciate when you do that and when you respond to each other, and also when you let other people know about this channel who you think might enjoy it. So I appreciate all of your support. Thank you so very much. This video happens around this time every year because usually there are some really great promos happening, and now is a good time to try or stock up on products that are Holy Grail status, because these tend to be a little bit more on the higher end side. So this is when I really think that that luxury price tag matches the performance of the product. And if you can get them on sale, that's even better. I wrote some notes here that really articulate what defines a Holy Grail for me and why it fits into this category and what makes it a little bit different than a favorite, because there is a certain factor in here that really plays into it. So the first one is exceptional performance. So exceptional performance can happen with a product I've had for a long time or something new. So you might see some newer ones in here, things that might dethrone previous Holy Grail products, which was a very recent video that I did where I featured 5. Another one is reliability and consistency. So this is the factor where I feel like time is really the only thing that can define a Holy Grail, which is why it's harder to get into this category, because I have to have used it for a long time. It has to be reliable that whole time. I think that's why I continue to go back to the same items, because I will try new products. And then if they don't perform consistently, I stop using them. So that's another reason why you continue to see the same products again and again, because if it's not up to par or not making the standard or the cut, then it's out. So that really exemplifies the whole thinking behind this channel, identifying the best of the best, trying new things against that, and continuing to use them if they're great, and then eliminating them if they are not working. So that goes for Holy Grail and for new items. It meets the specific need perfectly. So especially for something like dark spots, you'll see me talk about that. Concealers, I think, are one of those things that is very specific. Is it for the under eye? Is it for a dark spot? Is it for another place on the face? Is it to combat redness? Like, it really depends on what the need is. And I do have some very specific items here. Irreplaceable. I'm thinking of doing this video because we're doing a side by side. There are some things that are replaceable, but there are also some irreplaceable items, things I can't find any duplicates for. So that might be an interesting video. And they are long-term favorites. There may be a couple of surprises here, but most of it's predictable. So now that I've explained all of that, let's go ahead and talk about the first item that I put on my face. So we have SPF products here. I love a good SPF. There are 2 that I would choose from. Oh, by the way, so I said this was a top 10 Holy Grail video. I think it might say on sale. I'm really trying to find these on promo for you. In fact, I know CHANTECAILLE will have a promo, so look for that. And then any other retailer I can find that has a promo, I will try to include that for you. So speaking of CHANTECAILLE, this is the Ultra Sun Protection Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 45. Now this has withstood the test of time. I've used this for years. It is the best SPF primer that I can find for under makeup that does not interfere with it. You can see here, let me show you a close-up, that is the texture. It's very fluid, and you can see there, sheer. I'll give you a close-up of the packaging. This is what it looks like. It's by CHANTECAILLE, and you've got to shake this before you use it. This one has consistently performed at an excellent level as long as I've used it. So if I am ever going to an event during the day where I'm outside, I'm putting this under my makeup. It looks very natural, doesn't interfere with makeup, doesn't interfere with the color, really beautiful on the skin. Doesn't do anything in terms of interacting with other makeup products, where sometimes I know that can happen. Really beautiful, very elegant SPF. On this side, I have my daily SPF. So I really enjoyed this Mineral Matte Screen Sunscreen. It is by SUPERGOOP, and this is the one I go through quite a bit. And this has made its way to the Holy Grail this year, and my family uses this one as well, and my husband. I've got stepdaughters who love this, and this is definitely for more combo to more oily skin types because this one doesn't really have hydration. I love it for the summer. It stays put. It does have a white cast. It's a mineral SPF, but I added it here. Actually, I have both of these SPF products under my foundations because I wanted to show you not all of my face though, like it's right here actually under this foundation. So this is the texture and you can see it's more like a clayish kind of texture is the best way I can say. It's like a thicker consistency, more like a paste almost. Very nice though, and it feels very much like a primer. So this one is new to the Holy Grail this year. Now SUPERGOOP has sent me this product before. CHANTECAILLE sent me the SPF before as well. This is one I continue purchasing myself over and over again. I bought some of this for sale. I just know we are going to go through this. And sometimes I will use this product in lieu of foundation. Yeah, really comfortable on the face as well. You can see this one's almost on its last leg. SPF is not very exciting, but it's very necessary for me. So that's a really important step. Okay, next up for foundation, I just featured this in that last like 5 new competitors for Holy Grails. So this is my Holy Grail. This is the CHANTECAILLE Future Skin Cushion. And it looks like this with the elephant on there. So part of the proceeds go to help fund milk for these baby elephants. That's why you have the elephant. I have mine in the shade Wheat. The reason why I love this foundation so much, it's really beautiful on the skin. It can set itself, doesn't ever move around my face. I've tested this several times in different conditions for very important things. I will wear that foundation. I'll wear that outside as well with a little bit of the SPF underneath. Meets all of those Holy Grail checklist items, and I continue to return to this one again and again when I need something to really perform and be reliable. So this is the shade here, and it's almost the same shade as the back of my hand. This is the shade Wheat. Newest competitor for the Holy Grail is this by Victoria Beckham. I have 2 of these actually. I have it in shade 8 and in shade 6, so I'll swatch both of these if you're interested. So these are their shades 8 and 6. This is the foundation. It's really lovely. I really love this because it's so skin flattering and it's as if you have just come from a facial. That's a kind of glow on the face. So the CHANTECAILLE is more like beautiful skin. This Victoria Beckham's more like beautiful skin just from the spa. Not that I go to the spa, but if I got facials, that's what I think skin looks like after a facial. It's got a really beautiful glow to it. Okay, so here we have CHANTECAILLE's Wheat, and then we have here 8, and then we have here 6 by Victoria Beckham. So I have it on 8. They are both beautiful. They're both for those who like makeup to look like skin. In fact, I have very little of both of those products on my face. I did not go in with a heavy layer. It's very much as I would wear it in real life. So it's not like this is made for video makeup. This is made for real life makeup. They're both really comfortable on the face. I really need to give this Victoria Beckham more time for me to really find out if it's going to dethrone the Future Skin as a Holy Grail. I just had to change the battery, so that changes the lighting. Sometimes when I move, it changes the lighting. So, oh, also my hair. I demo in the Get Ready With Me, which is coming up next, the Shark Glossy, and then also the Shark Glam. So I used both of them in the video if you want to see how we got here with this hair with a little bit of movement. And this is exactly the kind of hair I like, where it's shiny, it's got movement, it's not super done. But has a little bit of something happening. As I mentioned, I'm trying to find these items on sale for you. There should be shopping tabs popping up here. So if you want to explore the product and still watch the video, you can try clicking on it now. If there's a tab or if you see one in a little bit, you can try clicking on it. It'll expand that product page, minimize the video. You can still watch it and then click on the video to come back if you want. Or if you do not like those, you can also click on, there's like 3 little buttons or 3 little dots. If you click on that, I think it lets you dismiss those. So you have options. If you would like to use them, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to, but I really appreciate if you are using them. So I was saying that the Victoria Beckham is beautiful. It is really going to be time though that will help me see how reliable, consistent it is, and how irreplaceable it is. Those are really important because it's already high performing. Then concealers. Concealers are very important to me. I can go without any foundation and just concealer when I want to. I think that's a really beautiful look too. Oh, this is number 3 of Holy Grails, by the way. This or that. So we have 2 concealers here for 2 different purposes. Now, if I want a all-encompassing concealer, one that can work under the eye as well as on some darker spots. Now, I'm in a different place than I used to be with dark spots. I don't need heavy coverage anymore. But sometimes I do want more perfected makeup, but today I used just this Le Camouflage STYLO on this side of my face. So I used it under the eye and on my dark spots. I didn't even use that much. That's how lovely this is. And this is the emptier one. I think I have 2 of these hanging around somewhere. I just used one. Oh, here it is. This is one of my most repurchased products, as you can see. This is in 4C though. It's a very specific color because this has a peachy tone. And the other ones that I've seen don't really have that tone. So I need that to combat darkness. Also under eye, I think it's perfect for that if you're a medium tone like me. 4C is key. And this is what it looks like. This is the CHANTECAILLE Le Camouflage STYLO. Is this upside down? It is. Okay. Okay, it looks like this. I love that it has its own brush. This really is such a great travel product as well because it does have the brush on it and it makes it really easy. I just brush it under. You'll see in the Get Ready With Me. I'll do Get Ready With Me, applying all of these, and I just pat it in. Same thing right here. Just pat it in. It's for those people who want really fast makeup or fuss-free makeup. It's really great. So this is 4C. It's a little bit lighter than my hand, but my hand is deeper than my face. Really nice. You know I can't talk about Holy Grail without mentioning this concealer. This is the Clé de Peau concealer. Not new. It's pretty much in every video. This is in Honey. I've gone from Honey to, what was the other one I was using? There's another color I was going back and forth with for a while. I'm sure you'll tell me, I can't remember, but Honey is the one I'm using now. It's got SPF 27 in it. It's really great for any dark spots. It's very, well, you'll see when I do the swatch. It's a very serious concealer. It is opaque. It performs really well. It's got that excellent performance. Really wears beautifully over time. Doesn't pucker up or anything like that or sit on the skin, which I've seen other concealers do. It melts really nicely with the skin and works like a virtual eraser. You see me use it, you can see what it does. It works great on dark spots, on broken capillaries. I use it for the exterior of my eyes to cancel a little bit of that darkness. It just works with all the foundations I've used. I've used a lot of foundations. There's nothing it interacts with in a very strange way. Plays well with other makeup. If you were ever considering the Clé de Peau concealer, it is a favorite for a very good reason, especially those with dark spots like me, hyperpigmentation, melasma. Let us know if you love it because I have not found anything to replace that ever. I've looked, I've come close, but never really approached the performance of this. Let me know if you have something that I can challenge this with because I cannot find anything to even come close to that. But here it is in Honey. 4C, and then this is Honey by Clé de Peau. You can see how different it is and how opaque. That's one of the most impressive products I've ever tried makeup-wise. So this is something I wear in almost every video, but I don't apply it on video. And I'm talking about my nail color. So this is Hermes nail color. And this is the one that is always sold out in Rose Porcelaine. This is the prettiest sheer polish. And what makes this different, there are so many polishes, like Chanel even has one that I've tried. What makes this one so special is the formula because it's liquidy. You can see there it's kind of moving around. And I've had this for a long time. It doesn't dry up, and the brush is actually a good brush because I feel like nail polish companies don't realize how important the brush is, because if the brush is not high quality and there's like, I think you've probably seen them before where one is bent and then it just makes application really hard, or it's not wide enough. This is wide enough to cover pretty much each nail, and that makes it for more even application. So here is let me show you the brush. Hopefully you can see that. It's nice and wide, and it's very even. They spent a lot of time on this brush. At least I think they spent a lot of time with the brush. I do my own nails, so I don't go to get my nails done, just like with facials. I don't get facials done. I don't get my nails done. I do these things myself, and I like them really short and like trim. So I don't like growth at all. Like it bothers me how it feels. So I like them really trim. I just clean my cuticles up. This is great for the hands. Again, it's, oh, let me show you the color. So it's very classic, very beautiful. 01 Rose Porcelain is the name. Really lovely color. I'm gonna actually myself stock up on this. This is the top coat. This is the one that dries out faster than anything else. So this lasts maybe under a year for me. It can tend to dry out faster, like I said, but I also, it's really lovely though, the effect that it has. And then the base coat is beautiful too. So I started using that this year. It allows me to use just one coat of this. I used to do 2 coats. Now I can just do 1 coat of this. So in terms of this or that, that is a beautiful color. Also, this is the color I use on my toes. Very different than my fingernails, but this one is Rouge Piment. And oh, it's almost this color. So like the perfect red. So I love this on the toes. So I feel like if you're gonna do a this or that for Hermes nail products, this is this or that. So depending on if you are more subtle with your nails, this is pretty, but if you want bold, it's a really beautiful red. So this one, let me show you. This is what it looks like, Rouge Piment. And I really think this is one of the cases of luxury price point, but also a luxury experience for application and also the end result. So that is a very excellent performance in my opinion. Let me know if you've tried the Hermes nail products, but I'm really impressed with them. I don't buy any other nail products. In fact, I don't even buy any other colors, and I don't have any other nail products. This is it. So that definitely fits the exceptional performance, reliable, consistent, irreplaceable. Those are all of the things that I think those nail colors are for me. For eyeshadows, I haven't tried so many eyeshadows this year because I haven't seen any that looked different or interesting. Now, I recently picked up that Prada in 07, which I love, but I feel like let's talk about things that I've had some like more substantial experience with for this category, but that Prada one might end up in one of my favorites for the year. At least a favorite eyeshadow, we'll see, but I'm continuing to pull for it as much as I can. The one that is almost invisible, but I love it. This is the Clé de Peau. This was a favorite in the past, continues to be very impressive. I know that those of you who've let me know there's some texture to your eye area. This is really flattering and doesn't emphasize any of those things that you don't want emphasized. This one happens to be in my favorite shade. I meant to try all of them, but I somehow didn't. But I really wanted that to be a goal this year, but didn't happen. But I also wonder if I need to, because I love this one so much. It's like a neutral, looks a lot like Tissé Rivoli, but more refined. So this shade is 3 Driftwood. I did a side-by-side of this palette with Tissé Rivoli at one point, and you could see the effect was almost the same. I mean, they almost look like the same by the time I applied them both. I actually have 2 different eyeshadows on today, and I'll tell you about the other one in a little bit. I'm just swatching this for you. And this is the Clé de Peau in Driftwood. I feel like maybe this is better to show you because I feel like when I put this close to the camera, it's harder to see. I don't know. Okay, we'll show it here and then we'll also show it closer. It's really beautiful. The other formula I really enjoy, okay, outside of Chanel, is this one, and it's by Hermes. Hermes makes some of the most beautiful eyeshadows, except I have to say their combinations aren't as intuitive to use as, say, a Clé de Peau palette, because there's always one in there that's like, what do I do with that color? So I feel like this also has that, not issue, but it also has that quality to it, like, okay, I get this, but what is this? So I know some of you have told me to use this as a blush, which I have tried before, but it's not something I'm going to put on my eye. But I do have this on this eye over here. So it looks very similar, which is interesting because the palettes themselves, I don't think look too similar side by side. I mean, there's a similarity, but not really. But when they're on, they look similar. So this one also has like that next gen, like lovely not too creamy, but creamy quality to the powder. And this one is in also similar in that you can have a exchangeable, replaceable, refill, that's what I'm looking for. And this is a refill, and this is an 01. So I've ranked my Hermes palettes before, and this came out as #1. This is 01. So like I said, these Hermes palettes, all of them are lovely. They just have, unless you like that, I feel like if you want something a little bit different, a little less predictable, you want to do something interesting with your palette and a little unexpected with your palette, then this might be a really great one for you by Hermes. Again, here's a swatch. As you can see why that pink is not something I would pull for, but someone may really love that if you love that color in your eyes. So let me show you up close as well. So there is the Hermes palette. I mean, it's beautiful, especially this color is very creamy. I think I mentioned I will be applying all of these products side by side in the next video if you want to see that. So make sure to tune into that and subscribe if you haven't and you would like to. Blush. Okay, this one's not going to be a surprise. I've talked about this year after year. I still love it. I still compare other blushes to this one because I think the quality of the glow is very flattering. The shade is very flattering. It helps me color correct a little bit. It has just enough of a sheen to it without being overly glowy, in which case sometimes that can emphasize texture, which this one does not. It actually makes the skin look better in my opinion. And this is the Valentino blush and it's in 09 and it doesn't look like this new. It looks very pale new and I always question when I get a new one, is this the right color? Because it doesn't look like this when it's initially opened, but it is. So this is, let me show you. You can see there, the shade is 9. I think this must be very popular because I notice on sites where I find this blush that 9 is often missing. So I feel like if you wanted it and you see it, then I would pick it up because it seems to go faster than the other shades. I don't know if other people feel the same way about this particular shade as I do, but I have tried, there are other, I think I tried 4. It was pretty, but it didn't have the same special quality that this does, which is really hard to pinpoint, but it's very flattering. So this is what 9 looks like. And then I'll show you the other blush I'm talking about. This is by CHANTECAILLE. And this is one that's really withstood the test of time. This is Sea Turtle. This is maybe my like 3rd one that I've ever had. This is more of a traditional kind of formula, but it's still not like a powdery powder formula. So you'll see the similarities and differences because this is Sea Turtle. It looks very similar to 9 if you wanted to try that, but just even touching the Sea Turtle, it's very smooth. So let me show you. So right here we have Valentino's 09 and this is Sea Turtle by CHANTECAILLE. So hopefully you can see a little bit of the difference and similarities. Yeah, so you can see there, maybe not see, it's how pretty those both are. Valentino here and you have Sea Turtle here. Really beautiful. And I have them both on. I have Valentino over here and I have Sea Turtle over here. It's funny because now that I think about it, I think I put CHANTECAILLE base products here and powder here, and then I put the blush over here. I just realized that. Tried to keep everything CHANTECAILLE on this side. Bronzer. I don't use bronzer as much as I did, but I still use it for the same purpose. And I do use it on the perimeter of my face to focus the light towards the center. It's very subtle though. It's not something you would really even notice if you saw me in person per se, because I just blend it in just to try and get a little bit more light to the center. So I love this bronzer because its quality is very unique. And this is an irreplaceable bronzer. I have never seen a bronzer with this tone in it. And if you are warm like me or warm with neutral or mostly warm, you would appreciate this because this is the warmest bronzer I tried that doesn't have a red tone. There's nothing muddy about this either. Especially when there's a lot of red in a bronzer, it is not flattering on me. But this is the Hermes in 02 Atlas. Oh, let me show you what it looks like. So it looks like, you saw the color. I mean, it looks almost like my skin tone. Actually, it looks warmer than me. Maybe that helps a little bit more, or I have more neutral tones than even this. This is a shade O2 Atlas. So hopefully you can see there, that is O2 Atlas is the shade. It's really pretty. It's a really lovely powder as well. Very flattering. Essentially, it is the shade of my hand. That's why it's so hard to see, but let me see if I can show you up close. So there it is. Hopefully you can see that up close. That is O2 Atlas by Hermes. This is another competitor, but it's a totally different formulation. This is a cream bronzer, a stick bronzer. So if you like this and want a little bit more hydration on the exterior, this is a great choice too. This is the cream bronzer that I pull for. So this is by DIOR, and it is in O2 Tan. So you can see there is the shade. And this is the warmest of all of these. Essentially, the other shades are contours because they're so cool. Although this is called a skin contour anyway, but if you wanted something that's warm, they're just really too cool for me and for my purpose. So this is the bronzer by DIOR in O2. So you can see there, it also has a lovely warmth to it. Both Atlas here and the DIOR O2. Then we have lip products. We have this on, which I continue to pull for. It's so beautiful. I'm looking for it. Where is it? And I also selected one I haven't talked about in a while, but it is also one of my most repurchased lip products. And I wear it very frequently in my real life. Usually it's living in my bag. So the one that I don't have on right now is by Victoria Beckham. It's this one right here, and the color is Spark. And I've talked about this for several years now. It's a really the ultimate Your Lips But Better shade on me, and it's so easy to apply. So I'm going to show you. Here's the shade. The shade is Spark. Yeah, this is one of those easy to apply on the go kind of lip products. Here it is right here. And then I'm also going to show you the one I have. I mean, I probably don't need to swatch it 'cause it's on, but I will swatch it next to this if you'd like to see that. It's this one, and I have been pulling for it for my like go-to lip when I need to dress something up. In fact, I went to an event where I had pretty much barely any makeup on except for mascara, brows. Did I even put blush? I don't know if I put blush, but I put this on. So it was very minimal, and all I did was I added this lip and I was done, and it looked really pretty. Very minimal look with this lip is beautiful. This is in Red Lily, like a perfect red shade. Not too warm, not too cool. I feel like more people could wear this because it's not leaning either way too heavily. Show you here, this is the Spark, and then this is Red Lily. Yeah, Red Lily is the name of this right here. And let me show you the label. This is Red Lily. If I didn't say it out loud, this is CHANTECAILLE. And you can see how beautiful the packaging is as well. And CHANTECAILLE. Closer image of this Spark and Red Lily. For powders, this is not going to be a surprise because I wear these all the time. These are finishing powders. So I'll show you the powder that I set with in the Get Ready With Me. Actually, it's the Clé de Peau if you want to know. But this is the one that I set with. It's really beautiful. It's the pressed powder. So I still love that one. But for finishing powders, I rely on these two and have for a very long time. So we have here the Perfect Blur Powder by CHANTECAILLE, and this is the one that I dropped. I'm still using it. I meant to buy a replacement, so maybe I'll purchase one myself on sale here, but this is light medium. It was fairly new too, so it's a little bit sad that I dropped it. Most beautiful powder for flawless looking skin. It really just smooths the appearance of the surface of the skin. It also helps me to color correct a little bit more. There's a bit of coverage with this because of the color in the powder itself, which is why I like this. It has a little bit of that peach brightening color to it. This is in the shade Light Medium. There are two to choose from. Light Medium works the best for me, especially in the middle of my face here. So we've got here Light Medium by CHANTECAILLE. And then we have here Hourglass on this side, and this is for when I want to finish off with something a little bit more glowy. So I know that more matte powders look beautiful on camera because it absorbs the light, it's not bouncing off, showing all of the texture. This is also beautiful in real life. So I like it for both purposes because it really is so pretty on camera, but also really pretty in person. This is the Light Medium. And then on this side, if I want a little more glow, this also is pretty on camera and in real life for a little bit of glow because it's a lovely satin glow. It's by Hourglass. They have done this really well since the very beginning. There's a reason why they are known for these kinds of powders. I was very confused about what the purpose of these powders was. I think I've told this story before. That's the reason I actually started watching YouTube, because I was trying to find out, like, I have this product and now how do I use it? And so that's when I went down the rabbit hole of watching YouTube videos, beauty videos, and then also being inspired to start my own channel because I didn't see people who looked like me or who were my age to see what the products really looked like, because I would purchase products that I saw that looked really great on someone a lot younger than me or a different skin tone, and then I would try it, especially lip products, and wonder why it didn't look the same. So that's another reason why I started my channel, because I was trying these things anyway and wanted to share the information with anyone who might identify with me or want more information about it. If you're new here, I'm 53, so I've been wearing makeup a really long time. So that's another reason why I feel like a holy grail for me. It really holds a lot of weight because I have been testing makeup for decades. So even before this channel, I've been trying makeup out. So there's that element of time again. So here is the dim light in Hourglass, and then here's the light medium by Chantecaille. I'll show you a little up close as well. Maybe you'll see that a difference. I mean, it's definitely a different kind of a powder. So we have here, this is the light medium Chantecaille, and then Hourglass's dim light. So you can definitely see a difference. Light medium Chantecaille, and then dim light by Hourglass. I forgot to mention, maybe this is like 10 plus. The mascaras that I used Chantecaille's Supposed to Be the Longest Lash Mascara, which was featured in that other Holy Grail, and then the Givenchy mascara. So these are the two mascaras I have on that are competing for Holy Grail, because I've loved this Chantecaille for so long and recently discovered this. So again, we have a time factor here, just not enough time for this to really dethrone the Chantecaille yet, but it may, depending on how much I repurchase this and how much I rely on this, how much I pull for this more than the Chantecaille. Not a this or that, but I did want to mention the reason why brows and lashes go so fast is because of these OBAGI products that I've been using for both brow and lash, and I believe they probably have some kind of promo going on, so I'll make sure to list those below in case you were wondering. But makeup really does go so much faster when I have more eyebrows and more lashes to begin with. That way I'm not building up, trying to fill in sparse areas. So I did want to mention that in case you were interested. I've gotten really good results from these, and I've tried a lot of different, especially brow serums, lots of different brow serums. I've used Latisse in the past with my lashes, but I'm really happy with the OBAGI. For the last this or that Holy Grail, now this is my Holy Grail brow product now, and I buy two because I want to build dimension and to make it look like it's more than one color. So I buy two. I buy Brown Black, which is this one, Brown Black, which is a cooler brown. They do have brown with more red tones. They have actually lots of different choices, which is another thing I like about this if you need lots of different choices. And then I use gray. So in the Get Ready With Me, I will show you Brown Black versus gray, because I don't think I've done that before. And if you're wondering what you should select, if you are similar in hair color to me and skin tone, that'll give you a good idea. One thing I like about this Brown Black is that it really does a nice job of defining the brows, but also has the potential to define it too much in the front, which is why I go in with gray in the front to soften it. Also, if I go in with gray on the whole brow, it softens the whole look, which is also really nice, especially if I'm getting ready quickly and I don't have room to make mistakes or opportunity, or no, what is that what I'm trying to say? I don't have the time to make mistakes because I can't fix it. I just have to get out the door. So if I'm pressed for time, I will go in with gray because I can make mistakes and it's not a big deal. And this one, if I make mistakes, I've got to fix it. So that is why I have two though, is to really blend them together to get a really lovely effect. Very natural effect. If you have brows like me where they are coarse and like to go in whatever direction they want to go in, and you want to get them going in the same direction, this does a really nice job because it has that firm hold, but it's not flaky, it's not crunchy, it's still flexible, it moves, it looks great throughout the day. I know other people really love this too, so I'm a little bit late to the game on this, but if you love the KOSAS brow, then I hopefully can find you a discount somewhere. And I do know that Chantecaille is having a promo. I'll be listing a code for you down below with savings and details, but I also love their skincare. So I'll list the skincare that I love. I mean, pretty much love all of their skincare products, but I mostly use the Gold line and the BioLifting line. And maybe I'll prioritize for you what I would select first versus last. So look in the description box for that, because now's a great time to save on skincare, because skincare really is the base for everything. And with great skin, makeup goes on faster, easier, it looks better. I'll try and make different lists. So maybe new to Chantecaille or something new to explore in Chantecaille if you've been trying it for a while. Let me know. I can always rearrange for you. Let me know if you have questions, but I really do enjoy their skincare. I have on the BioLifting serum today. I have on the BioLifting cream. That's always a great base. Doesn't interact with makeup. I have on their gold eye cream because I need another BioLifting eye cream is what I need. So do let me know if you have questions. I'll be happy to answer them. But before I go, just wishing you again a very happy Thanksgiving from my family to yours. And thank you again for all of the support over all of the videos, all of the years. I really appreciate all of it, and looking forward to more videos. Oh, and do let me know, are there holy grails that I should be looking out for that are on sale? Let me know. I would love to pick them up. And then again, if you're interested in the hair from today, tune into the next video where I do the get ready with me with all this makeup and the hair. So I hope to see you there. But that is it for today's video. So please take care of each other. Stay well if you enjoyed this video. If you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time.